All right, man. What's going, guys? Hoop news and updates, man. So I'm gonna give you guys the winners of the NBA trading deadline. Obviously this was a very intense trade deadline, very crazy. A lot going on. I'm just gonna give you guys my thoughts on all the deals that happened today. Who I think were the biggest winners and the biggest losers of the NBA trading deadline, man. I thought a lot of interesting trades went down. You know what I mean? For me. I really do. I think there was a lot of interesting deals, man. Man, it was crazy. But to me, the biggest winner of the NBA trading deadline, to be honest with you, to me, it's the Denver Nuggets. For me, what the Denver Nuggets did by getting Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray help, by getting them JaVale McGee and getting them Aaron Gordon, man. I think that man, you know what I mean? The Denver Nuggets are right there. They are right there in the championship convo this year. Literally, them moves elevated them, man, big time. You know what I mean? The Denver Nuggets are a legit threat to every team in the NBA based off them two moves. Because I'm going to tell you why. JaVale McGee, great rim protector. If not the best rim protector in the league. He's the backup center for the Denver Nuggets, right? And then you get Aaron Gordon, who is so versatile, man. He can shoot. He can score inside. He's a great defensive player. Aaron Gordon, man. Here, Game Time. I'm gonna give you a mod since you hopped in the stream. I'm gonna give you a mod real quick. But I don't know where Drummond's going. We're gonna talk about Drummond as the stream goes on. But for right now, the Denver Nuggets, man, they're right there. The Denver Nuggets, man, they have no excuses. JaVale McGee is exactly what they needed off the bench. A very good big man, rim protector. He can block shots and protect the rim, like I've been saying. And then Aaron Gordon, man, he's so versatile on offense, man. He could shoot, he can rebound, he can pass. Aaron Gordon, here OCT, since you're coming, I'll give you a mod. Get some of the mods back. There we go. What was I saying? Oh yeah, man. The Nuggets, man, they're right there. And then to me, the second biggest winners of the NBA trading deadline, as far as I'm concerned, were the Chicago Bulls, man. I thought the Bulls had a great trade deadline. Getting Nikola V, in my opinion, if not, I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. I really like Nikola V. I think he's very underrated, very skilled. Very good big man. Yeah, Zach LaVine and Nikola V are a great 1-2 punch. And it's also a great 1-2 punch on defense for the other teams because those are two guys they can go right at on defense. But you know what? The Bulls got to put good defensive players around them guys. So that means Larry Markin and Kobe White might not be the best fit for that team. Yeah, we'll talk about the Lou Will trade. I totally disagree with you. I get bored. It's like seriously disagree. I disagree big time. But I'll talk about that. Man, with this deal, no OCT, they got Wendell Carter. They got Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter's playing over Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba ain't starting. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, man. By the way, 5 people, 0 likes, man. Now 4 people. Hit the like button, man. Hit that like button. But the Chicago Bulls, man, they're going to be a problem on offense. I mean, they got plenty of offense, but I have questions about the defense, though, because Nikola V is not the greatest defender, and Zach LaVine, I don't even think he cares about playing defense. So you got all that going against the Bulls as of right now, man. So the Bulls, they're in a good spot in terms of building a foundation. And, you know, that's what it is with the Chicago Bulls, man. I thought they were a huge winner at the deadline. I thought them getting Daniel Tice, I think he's going to be very good for them. Now he's backup center to Nikola V, or he can play power forward. He's very versatile. So I think that's a quality move. Then to me, the biggest loser is the Houston Rockets. Straight up, man. The Houston Rockets, they are the biggest losers of the NBA trading deadline, and it's not even close for me because this goes way back. This goes way back to the James Harden trade, bro. Yeah, the Rockets call them first-round draft picks, right? Dude, my thing is this. Why not just get Caris LeVert and Jared Allen and all them first-round picks? So what you do, basically, I'll talk about all the teams. I get bored. Chill out, bro. I'll talk about all the teams. I'm just trying to break down one team at a time. But getting back to what I was saying about the Houston Rockets, man. They acquired Victor Oladipo when they could have had Caris LeVert, Jared Allen, and all them draft picks. They had all them draft picks, man. Literally all of them. Period. You could have had all that. No, but instead the owner wanted to be cheap, so he acquired Victor Oladipo, who was an absolute bust for the Houston Rockets, and then you have to give away Oladipo for nothing because he's going to leave in a couple months as a free agent. But my thing is, too, is you could have done a lot better than what they did for Oladipo. If that was the offer, I bet you like 2 or 3 teams could have easily have outdid that offer. That offer was horrible. Avery Bradley, Kelly Olynyk, and a pick swap? Bro, that's like the poo-poo platter, bro. I think the Celtics could have made a better package around Semi Ojeleye. I think Semi Ojeleye and a second-round pick would have been a better package than Avery Bradley, who's not even going to play for Houston. Kelly Olynyk, come on, man. I like Olynyk, but he ain't playing for Houston either. Like, I don't know if he'll play for Houston or not, but he ain't going to play a lot of minutes because they're trying to tank. But they didn't even get that Precious guy. That first-round pick that the Heat had, they didn't even get him. And he got a swamp. Just a horrible trade. With the way the Houston Rockets managed the James Harden saga, that's going to set their franchise back for years. And I feel bad what they're doing to Stephen Silas, man, because I think Stephen Silas can be a really good coach in the league. But what the Rockets have done to that dude this year, bro, they put that dude through everything you could possibly put a coach through, man. I mean, that dude's been through everything. And hopefully the Rockets give him a second chance next year. You know what I mean? Because I don't blame none of this on him at all. You know what I mean? This is all management and ownership. You know what I mean? And James Harden, too, of course. Because James Harden was the one that caused all this for the Houston Rockets. He's the one that put him in this position. But it is what it is with the Houston Rockets. And to me, my second biggest loser, to be honest with you guys, I think it's the Toronto Raptors. Because they didn't trade Kyle Lowry. Because the Raptors, what they needed to do was honestly give the reins to Fred VanVleet, Siakam, and Anunoby. Trade Kyle Lowry, trade Norman Powell. And by the way, I love the Norman Powell trade for the Raptors. They got a great deal. But I think they're a loser in the deadline because I don't like the fact that they didn't get that they didn't trade Lowry. You know what I mean? I thought they should have moved him. I think that they should have cashed in on him, and he's going to be a free agent, which they could lose him for nothing. So I thought the Raptors should have moved him. You know what I mean? I thought the Lakers package was an all right package centered around Schroeder, KCP, and well, they couldn't trade Kuzma this year, so Kuzma wouldn't have been in the package. But I think Schroeder and KCP and a couple picks would have been a good package. I think Philly, I think what they're offering, I think they're offering Maxey, Danny Green, and Tony Bradley. I think that was their offer. And then the Heat, man. The Heat were willing to give you Duncan Robertson, man, who's a knockdown shooter. Duncan Robertson's like one of the best three-point shooters to me to ever play in the NBA. You could have had him along with Precious and a draft pick and Andre Iguodala. You know what I mean? So the Raptors, man, I think they dropped the ball by not trading Kyle Lowry. That's just me. I thought they should have moved him. Then I think a winner is this team right here. I think this team is a winner at the deadline. I'm going to tell you why. because what they did by getting Evan Fournier, they gave up 2 second-round picks, which is nothing, and they gave up Jeff Teague, which Jeff Teague was horrible with the Celtics, a forgettable tender at best for Jeff Teague. I mean, I know he played well the past week, but outside of this week, he's been doo-doo. So good thing he's out. He's off the Celtics now. But Evan Fournier, he's going to be a great fit team. He could shoot. He's efficient. And to me, it'll be easier for Kemba, Jalen, and Jason to be able to get baskets at the rim because you're not going to leave Evan Fournier wide open. So great deal by Boston. I mean, I love that deal. But I did not like the Tice trade. I thought they should have traded Tristan Thompson. You know what I mean? For me, I would have traded Thompson over him. Because Thompson's on a more expensive contract. And then, Mo Wagner, I mean, he's all right. You know what I mean? I guess he's average. Who else they get in that trade? Luke Kennard. Not Luke Kennard. That big 7'2" dude that played for the Bulls. He ain't gonna play for the Celtics. I think they're gonna waive him. So they're gonna cut him off the team probably. But basically, I thought that deal was good. The Evan Fournier deal, but I don't know about the Tice deal. Even though Tice was a free agent, he was going to leave the Celtics anyway. So I guess Mo Wagner, he's still on a rookie deal, I think, and Celtics get a young player, I guess. So maybe it wasn't that bad. And I think another winner were the Orlando Magic, man. I really think the Orlando Magic won the trade deadline. You know what I mean? Because the Orlando Magic finally decided to blow it up. You know what I mean? The Orlando Magic should have blown it all the way up a couple years ago. They finally decided to do it. Nikola V, you know what I mean? He was a great player for them, but they had to trade him and start all over. And I'm happy they did. You know what I mean? I thought they should have moved Terrence Ross too, because I think a team would have gave him a good haul for Terrence Ross. But that is what it is. They'll probably move him in the off season, I bet. But I'm proud of the Orlando Magic for doing it because the worst place in the NBA you want to be or in professional sports is mediocre. You know what I mean? You do not want to be in the middle. And to be honest with you guys, I would rather either be one of the best 7-8 teams in the league, or I would rather be like one of the worst teams in the league. Because to me, being an 8th seed, 9th seed, hardly missing the playoffs, making the playoffs, and going home in the first round, like, what is that doing? I mean, that ain't doing nothing for you. So I'm happy that the Orlando Magic blew it up. And I like what they got for Nikola V, because I think Wendell Carter will be a very good big man in the NBA for a while. And they got multiple draft picks. They got R.J. Hampton first for Aaron Gordon and Gary Harris. I like that deal. I didn't understand the Fournier deal. I do understand it though. He was on an expiring contract, so I mean they couldn't really get that much for him. But that was the only L for me from the Orlando Magic. I think all the other trades were wins for the Magic. You know what I mean? Just tank, just try to get as good of a draft pick as possible, and just hopefully you get some lottery luck. With the Orlando Magic, man. And that Luke dude. He ain't I bet he don't even play a game for the Celtics. I think the Celtics are gonna get rid of him. Then another guy, I think one of the biggest losers of the trade deadline, to be honest with you, were the man, I don't know if I want to call him a loser or not, but I think the San Antonio Spurs were losers at the trade deadline too. Because to me, the San Antonio Spurs, man, I would have traded DeRozan. You know what I mean? Not because DeRozan's a bad player, he's a very good player, but DeRozan's gonna leave. DeRozan ain't staying with the Spurs long term. You know what I mean? I would have traded DeRozan and I would have gotten something for him. You know what I mean? Magic told Jeff Teague, don't even show up in Orlando. Yeah, I saw that too. That was funny. OCT. That was hilarious. When I laughed out loud when I saw that tweet. But getting back to what I was saying about this team, what team was I talking about? I was talking about the before I got sidetracked. I was talking about the Spurs. Yeah, the San Antonio Spurs, man. The Spurs had Patty Mills on an expiring contract. The San Antonio Spurs had Rudy Gay on an expiring contract. The San Antonio Spurs had DeMar DeRozan on an expiring contract, and it ain't cashed in on any of them guys. You know what I mean? I think they should have traded DeRozan. That's just me. I think they could. I think the Spurs could have gotten a good haul for him. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Maybe the Spurs can work out a sign and trade in the off season, which we're gonna have to see because I highly doubt DeRozan's staying there long term. I think this is DeRozan's last season with the Spurs. And then another team, I think to me, a loser. Actually, no. To me, this team was a winner, a straight up winner. The Clippers, dude. To me, I get bored. Said they downgraded from Lou Will to Rondo. I totally disagree with that. Rajon Rondo for the Clippers is an upgrade. Point blank, period. It's an upgrade. Rondo on the Clippers makes so much of a big difference. I'm going to tell you why. Rondo's a championship point guard. Rondo has one of the highest basketball IQs to ever play in the NBA in basketball. He'll get Kawhi Leonard and Paul George good, efficient shots. Rajon Rondo may have won the title balance, man. Dude, do you all remember how Rondo played last year in the playoffs? If Rondo gives them that, the Clippers are for real, for real. You know what I mean? If Rondo can give them anything, what he gave the Lakers last year in the playoffs, the Clippers, man, they're going to be a hard team to beat because Rondo's going to make the game easier for all them guys. You know what I mean? Bro, Kawhi don't even have to be a leader now. Rondo can be the leader of the team. Rondo is that strong alpha male personality where he can take charge of a team. You know what I mean? If Paul George is slacking, Rajon Rondo can get in his face and be like, dude, what are you doing? And Paul George can't say nothing because Paul George has never been to the championship round. You know what I mean? Rondo is a two-time NBA champion. So what's Paul George going to say to Rajon Rondo? Nothing. So, bro, Rondo will be their coach on the court, OCT. Rondo will be the coach. Do you know how much IQ Rondo has on the basketball court? I would actually argue, I think Rondo might have a higher basketball IQ than LeBron. That's how high Rondo's basketball IQ is. You know what I mean? Rondo might have one of the highest IQs to ever play in the NBA. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. And I know Lou Will's a flashy scorer. I know Lou Will scores a lot of points, but he's been horrible in the playoffs. Period. Lou Will is not a good playoff guy at all. Rondo is so much better in the playoffs than Lou Williams. So I love what the Clippers did. I mean, for the Hawks, yeah. But the Hawks, man, I don't know. Lonzo got the best point guard IQ. Lonzo Ball's IQ is pretty high, but I don't think he has the best IQ in the league. I think that's Rajon Rondo or Chris Paul. I think it's one of them two guys. What was another loser at this deadline, man? I'm going to do one more winner and one more loser. Then I'm going to get up out of here. I think a huge loser of the deadline, to be honest with you, were the Lakers. Because to me, the Lakers should have moved Montrezl Harrell or Marc Gasol at the deadline. And the Lakers should have got off KCP, man. I mean, the Lakers should have traded KCP. Period. The Lakers had to make a trade at the deadline. You know what I mean? They had to change it up some way, somehow. You know what I mean? Because this roster, if there's no way this roster is surviving without LeBron and AD. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to say it like that, but this roster is not surviving without LeBron and AD. Yeah, I talked about the Clippers. Me and OCT got into a debate about who has a higher IQ between this this whack ass Sixers Lakers game. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about the Clippers. We talked about how big of an impact Rondo is going to make on the LA Clippers. We talked about it. Then getting to the Lakers, man, I thought they were a huge loser of the deadline. I thought they should have moved Harold or Gasol at the deadline. I thought they should have traded Schroeder. Well, I don't know about Schroeder because, see, my thing with Schroeder is I don't think the Lakers are going to be able to pay him in the offseason. You know what I mean? And KCP, oh my God, KCP, dude, the KCP really swindled the Lakers, man. KCP played well in the NBA Finals against the Miami Heat, and the Lakers gave him a huge contract, man. You know what I mean? Kentavious Caldwell Pope, man, he finessed the Lakers, man. You know what I mean? That dude finessed the Lakers big time. And Marc Gasol, man, Marc Gasol's been a shell of himself this year. You know what I mean? Marc Gasol has been absolutely horrendous with the Lakers. So, yeah, Montrezl Harrell is a very good bench player, but Montrezl Harrell ain't going to be able to stop no one on defense. Guys, Montrezl Harrell can't guard a statue. Like, Jokic is going to feast on him. And then to me, Harrell's not even going to be a factor if they play the Nuggets in the playoffs. Harrell's not even going to be a factor. Because guess who you're going to have to deal with off the bench when Harold comes into the game? You're going to have to deal with JaVale McGee. And what does JaVale McGee do well? Protect the rim. You know what I mean? So Montrezl Harrell ain't going to get all them stick back dunks. Montrezl Harrell ain't going to get all them rebounds because JaVale McGee's going to be there to protect the rim. You know what I mean? Harrell is a terrible defender. And the Lakers, I thought they should have moved him while his value was high. And the Hornets wanted him. The Hornets wanted Harold badly. They could have either got Miles Bridges or PJ Washington for Montrezl Harrell, man. The Lakers blew their opportunity to get something good for Harold because Harold's going to get exposed in the playoffs again if they make it. You know what I mean? And I say if they make, because I'm pretty sure they're going to make the playoffs, but I don't know for sure because who knows when LeBron and AD are going to be back from injury. You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe the Lakers will be in the play-in tournament. You know what I mean? We don't know. Because honestly, I have serious doubts about this Laker team winning a lot of games without LeBron and AD. I don't see it. I don't see how they're going to be able. I don't see how they're going to be able to win a lot of games. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. But that's just my opinion, though, man. And then to me, the final winner of the trade deadline for me, I thought I thought the Miami Heat were a huge winner. I don't think I talked about the Miami Heat. No, I didn't talk about the Heat. To me, they were the huge winner of this deadline. They got Victor Oladipo for absolutely nothing. They got Bjelica, who's very underrated and he can shoot. They got him. So walking away at his deadline with Bjelica and Victor Oladipo, man, I thought that was a great haul, man. You know what I mean? They didn't give up nothing for either of them two guys, man. The Heat won this deadline, man. And I think the Miami Heat, if they get LaMarcus Aldridge, I think they're going to the conference finals. I think it's going to be them in Brooklyn. I would still get Brooklyn the edge because obviously you have James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant on the same team. But the Miami Heat, man, they can give them a series. You know what I mean? If Oladipo can play like how he played earlier in the year and with the Pacers, and Tyler Hero, if he wakes up and if Duncan Robinson hits his shots and the Miami Heat sign LaMarcus Aldridge, the Miami Heat are going to the conference finals and they're going to face the Brooklyn Nets because the Celtics, man, I gotta see them consistently win games. You know what I mean? I would love to say the Celtics, but I'm not even that delusional. You know what I mean? People call me a delusional Celtics fan. I'm not even that delusional, man. I can't even say the Celtics are a real threat right now, to be honest with you. I wish I could. I can't say it. They got to show me that they can consistently win games. And then I'll start, you know what I mean, spreading my delusional Celtic fan act. But they got to start winning games, man. But let me know what you guys think, man, about this, man. Who do you guys believe was the biggest winner and losers of the trade deadline, man? Let me know in the comment section, man. All right, buddy. Peace.